The legacy pitch, how this women's basketball tool will empower you to land your next NIL deal. We're talking tools and we're talking legacy here. And we're going to talk about why it matters and where even the legacy pitch is being born. And it's just the whole idea of this whole process. As I build AI powered tools, stories, and systems that turn ideas not and money into legacy, we're going to cover the factor of understanding the problem no one is solving well. Women's basketball name, image, likeness is growing fast, but most athletes are undervalued, unstructured, pitching without guidance. This isn't a talent problem, it's a positioning problem. And let me take a step back and explain what name, image, likeness is and what we're going to talk about here in regards to growth and understanding for my women basketball members. Name, image, likeness, if you typically literally type it into Google, will give you an explanation of referring to a person's rights to control and profit from the commercial use of their identity, including their name, image, voice, and signature. Since July 2021, NCAA policies allow college athletes to earn compensation for endorsements, social media, and appearances without losing eligibility. So the key aspects of the name, image, likeness, better known as NIL, the name, the individual's actual name, image, photos, videos, or visual representations. Likeness, any representation that identifies the person, including avatars, signatures, or gestures. Commercial usage. Examples include social media posts, autograph signings, brand sponsorships, and merchandise. Meaning, this is the time, if you're a high school or a college athlete, that you can actually make money from your skill. Oh my gosh. If this was around back in the day, being not just a dual athlete in college, running track as well as playing basketball for Murray State University in high school. I played volleyball. I mean, I could have been the Bo Jackson of any type of advertisement, but this is an opportunity of $1 billion opportunity, as people don't want to have it slip you by. So we're going to talk a little bit about this challenge that we're talking about. And, you'll be able to check out more information with the challenge, keep up with the challenge, the 90-day challenge, if you go to cccelevateyou.com/live. So let me give you a little backstory on what's going on here and the growth of this amazing, the legacy pitch app. Okay, so I wanted to show you where you can actually follow. Today is February 11th, 2026. We're on a 90-day challenge to be able to level up in regards to the AI legacy app series that has been built. The great thing is building these AI powered tools and stories and systems. Legacy. What does legacy mean? Drop in the comments for me if you're watching live or even you're watching a replay. What does legacy mean to you? And when you think about the word legacy and how life works, you want to be, be the best version of yourself at any and all times. But when you think about a problem and coming up with a solution, that's the space that we're in now in 2026 and beyond. We're in a space where you're able to figure out these solutions and use these micro apps to be able to find and provide solutions for people in different spaces. And so why women's basketball name, image, likeness is the right entry point. It's one of the fastest growing fastest growing segments of name, image, likeness, high participation, low infrastructure. Majority of athletes have no agents, and families are decision makers but lack tools. This is an underserved and defensible niche. Now, when I think about this situation, number one is football, number two is men's basketball, and number three is women's basketball. Track and field is coming in at number four, and then number five is volleyball. And so when I looked at the top five, and I actually participated in high school basketball, track, volleyball, and I was like, ooh, just like everything else. So, the devil's busy sometimes, but, they talk about niching down. And what that means is picking a certain audience, targeting in and honing in on that audience and just staying focused on that audience. Now, the reason why I think that's the best move and that we're going to do that on this 90-day challenge, building out the AI Legacy Blueprint Master Calculator, the one of the first two calculators that was built this amazing calculator. I love it to this day. Don't get me wrong, the experience was amazing. But if I would have had a Justin Burns, who is a part of the Blueprint Builder Apps Built with AI, the certification that we're going to starting on February the 11th here in regards to growth and building. So this amazing AI legacy blueprint app, it was before even having any structure. Unique Gains, Detached Extraordinary, and Adrian Mays, we saw a problem in the marketplace. We saw a problem within our business in regards to our clients because you had taxes over here and how to actually have tools. And then you have tools for your nonprofit on another place. You have tools on how to figure out your credit somewhere else. You figure out if you're ready to rent or buy in regards to real estate. Understanding AI and consulting in another location, travel in another place, automation in another place, mindset in another place. Then we have life insurance as well as estate planning all in one hub, all in one beautiful financial hub, right? And so all of these systems and wealth talking to each other, introducing people to calculators to help them show them how wealth is created, seeing the numbers in black and white in these different responses. Now, this, it's unique, and I thought this is an amazing concept. Now, what we finished doing the app, introduced the Lovable, great platform, and doing that distribution. So the problem I ran into right after November of 2025 until January of 2025 was distribution, right? Who am I talking to? Who am I targeting? It can honestly be for everyone. I mentioned 14 different pillars that this AI Legacy Blueprint Master Calculator can talk to, right? So I'm talking to Alicia Little, the queen of AI. I'm talking to Justin Burns, the app builder. I'm talking to Dr. Forbes Riley in regards to pitching. How do I talk about it and pitch it right? In all of this training, right, and listening and coaching and mentorship, I came to the resolve that, oh, okay, I think I need to niche down. And because when I'm talking to a specific pain, so when I'm talking to women's basketball, my basketball, I can talk about the pain because I used to be a basketball player. I posted earlier today, you can't be weak-hearted around Chad GPT from the D. That's my business partner as well. You can't be weak-hearted because he'll be honest with you. He'll tell you the truth. So we were talking about, because I was going to niche down to mothers of name, image, and likeness, right? So I was going to help mothers because, again, I had a mother that had, I was an athlete. Find out what she was going through and get the, just kind of, I'm always helping somebody else. I can't help who I am. You know what I'm saying? But I have to, and that's why God's doing the work on me that He's doing. So, in other words, look what Chad wrote. So I was going to. This is what seriously the pros and cons. He broke it down. He said, "But Adrian, you are not a mother. You be leading from research and empathy, not lived experience. It may feel less natural for storytelling." And so when we talked about doing women's basketball, you played ball, you understand locker room culture, you understand what female athletes deal with. Storytelling would be authentic. You can speak their language. And the cons would be athletes are not always the economic decision makers. Many athletes are reactive, not proactive. Monetization may require more trust building. But here's something powerful. Women's basketball name, image, likeness is hot right now. Media attention, brand deals, momentum. So we're all in. So what I decided to do, Adrian Major, AI Cash Story Captain, and growing and building these apps with AI, going through the certification so that I could be able to get into the schools and be able to talk to my Renaissance high schools in Detroit, Michigan, what up though, my Ludington middle schools in Detroit, Michigan, and my Murray State Universities in Murray, Kentucky, and talk to these different schools. As I'm biased on those because those are the schools I went to. But but what I'm sharing with you is I want to be able to have the ability to talk to these different schools. And Justin Burns is having this certification that is going to be phenomenal. So today I got a little glimpse in regards to what's going to be up next regarding the certification, what's going to include the bonuses, the growth, the opportunities. Oh my gosh. So I'm so glad God gave me this background of being an electromechanical engineer because, you never know what God had your degree going to be there for. But I see it now, building and growing and providing opportunities and solutions. So it's what's going to be next on the actual to-do list. So when I look at what the entry point and going back to the presentation and understanding why name, image, likeness now and how we're going to actually grow and build the AI Legacy Blueprint Master Calculator, as well as the legacy pitch, what we're going to do is be able to take the overlooked athlete has the most upside. So We're not building this app for my 5-star recruits with agents. So that's what, everybody's going after those people. We're building for the 99%, the disciplined athletes, the strong stories, the real influence, the no structure. That's where the real leverage lives. It's so funny. I even think back in my own high school days that we went to Renaissance High School, and we were back then, of course, one of the first teams from Detroit Renaissance High School in Detroit, Michigan, to go to the state level. Lost in the state. It was Angel on the other team, but there was some powerhouses on my team. Shamira Thepper, Showtime. Vershawn Jones was on our team. Akiba Batten was on our team. Her mother just passed away. My cousin just passed away. Rest in heaven, Michelle Batten. And then Monique Marshall, Charlotte Tate. We had so many. I'm not going to name drop because you get in trouble. April, like I don't want to, so I don't want to start name dropping Joaquin. Like you get in trouble. But my point is, we had so many powerhouses. We all could have had NIL deals. When I tell you, we all in high school, and we were cold in our own way. I was slim, dunking the ball in high school. Just think about what if you had an opportunity to monetize your value in your time. So I think about the opportunity that's available right now, and all of us could have, gone and played ball on the college level. We all didn't go play on the Monique Marshall. Don't give me, don't listen. And we have a group chat to this day. Starla Washington. Look, Latoya Embry was cold. Just everybody, Carmen Kennedy. Like I can Bernadette Boudreaux. Like I got to rate with so many people just throwing out names because we were good. And so I thought about volleyball and I thought about track because I did well in all three. But I'm going to start with women's basketball because that was my passion and my love. I'm going to branch out to others, but we're going to go with and stay focused, stay niche, do this for 90 days, get data, get values, work on the app together, building it through Lovable, building it through the blueprint builder that I'm going to show you here shortly, and doing it step by step to be able to show you that anything is idea when you take an idea and money and we're going to turn it into legacy. We're going to show you what it looks like to have that change number. And if you don't know what the change number is, it's the number that you're going to work towards to get to the next part of your why. Okay. So introducing the legacy pitch. The legacy pitch is going to provide an opportunity for my women's basketball players, an AI-powered platform that helps my women's basketball players structure their NIL pitch, create a professional media kit, understand brand alignment, connect NIL money to long-term legacy, and take their story to sponsor-ready assets. One thing that I can honestly say, everyone has a story. How you tell your story, especially as automation, AI, then being authentic in your story, it's bespoke and unique to you. Wanted to create something that would be able to have you if you can just imagine with me for a moment, if you open the app on your phone, or even if you're on the laptop and you go and actually log into the experience and you start out with an intake form, and the intake form will ask you questions about the name, your school, your colors, your favorite hobbies, where you grew up, where you're from, some of the things that you like, and aligning the things that brands are looking for with your actual characteristics and things that you enjoy as well. So you're answering the questions in this app, real interactive gamification or what have you. This is the vision. And once you get into this app, you have brands as well that can be suggested based on the information you provide on the app. So when you provide this information, you're going to have a dashboard. And on the dashboard, you're able to print out your different assets that you're going to need to present to companies to be able to align with your brand. Now, in the future, the next stage of this, I want to have it, again, for the name, image, likeness, that's for high school, college, and, the next level is WNBA. So at the next level, we want the WNBA to mentor the high school and the college NIL athletes all virtually through this app. And the great thing about it is that's the vision, and that's going to be built over the 90-day challenge. And how we're going to build it, that's the part that we're going to work on together. So tangible outputs that investors care about, because the key thing is when you build anything, it's what's in it for not you as the person in the builder, but the person that's on the other end that's going to be having the user experience. What does it feel like in regards to when they get into your app? What's the end result? What's the transformation look like? how long will the transformation take? Grant Cardone, billionaire mentor, always says you want to get someone to the transformation quickly, as quick as possible, quick wins. So each athlete receives a NIL pitch presentation, which PDF, professional media kit, deliverables, pricing and framework, a brand category suggestions, legacy prompts like tax, savings, and wealth. And this is infrastructure, not content. So I want to show you this one. It's not a competitor per se. We're going to work together at some point somehow. So Open Doors is a company that actually has NIL deals and influencer marketing. And so full service, and it's an amazing platform where it gives you different athletes with the world's largest athlete media network. So on this network, you have top brands, advertisers, and they use Open Doors to activate full service college athlete marketing campaigns to reach valuable audiences of sports fans and Gen Z followers at scale. So when I saw this, you see the different athletes they have. They have over 150,000, maybe 200,000 athletes. You can manage it anywhere. And they have all these different company brands that are already aligned to them. So I'm going to connect with each and every one of these brands too, to be able to align with our app. And so in regards to getting the exposure to the different women's basketball, because I'm just going to focus on women's basketball, right? So they're focusing on the difference between Open Doors and the legacy pitch. That's the name of the app. You know, we're going to be staying compliant, building your personal brand. We're going to do that, apply for opportunities, and then know what to charge based on real NIL data. We're going to do that. But again, just focusing on the women's basketball angle. This is an amazing marketplace. So I do want to showcase this because I want to work with Open Doors and these women's basketball athletes, because again, this whole opportunity right now is something that's going to, like everything else, is going to be temporary. It doesn't matter. Like when I think about when I got started with this journey a few years back, I'm not the same person I was then, but that I am now. Now look at the numbers in regards to athletes, brand campaigns, sports organizations, over 2 billion athlete followers. So what they do is a leading athlete marketplace and NIL technology company providing technology and services to the athlete endorsement industry. We service the full life cycle of supporting athletes, educating, assessing, planning, sharing, creating, measuring, tracking, disclosing, regulating, listing, routing, booking, and more. So our industry-leading NIL solutions help athletes connect with advertisers, colleges, collectives, and supporters to understand, build, and monetize their brand value. And the one thing that they have leadership, amazing platform. I have to, seriously, they did a great job. And their partners. And so you see all the different partners and schools. And so I'm coming. I'm gonna be on the list. But my point in showing you this is these different schools, that they offer it to everybody. So I'm going to niche down and just focus in on my women's basketball players. And the reason being is because I played, and because again, I'll let the masses go do that. Inika and I are going to go ahead and focus in on we're just going to do women's basketball to start. Okay. Because I can relate. So there's, look, we're going to compete with the big dogs, but it's not a competition. Open Doors and I, we can all work together. So that's the great thing. And so Open Doors, this is an open invite for us to collaborate and grow in regards to NIL, name, image, likeness, and growing in regards to what we're trying to do. So again, so you have this pitch that you can actually provide to investors, and that's what they're looking for. But why this is not Open Doors? Open Doors, marketplace and distribution, but the legacy pitch, preparation and power. We sit before marketplaces. So Open Doors is a type of marketplace. We professionalize the athlete before the deal. That positioning protects margins and trust. So the one thing that you understand why we're building this in public in 90 days. So Justin Burns is having a certification of apps, right? And so the app that I showed you previously, the AI Legacy Blueprint Master Calculator, that app was built off of a vision of Unica Gaines and Adrian Mays, the Tatch extraordinaire, and the AI castrate captain, because we saw the pain point in the market in regards to all these tools being scattered all around, but now having it all in one hub. But what I did was build this before knowing anything about the blueprint builder. So, what is the Blueprint Builder, Adrian? Let me introduce you to the Blueprint Builder. The Blueprint Builder is a part of Justin Burns and the AI Business Planner. What this actual platform will allow you to do is to put in ideas and set up the foundation of your app, so that way you'll be able to start from idea to launch to distribution all the way to the whole process. So this amazing platform, and I'm seriously not saying it, well, I do say amazing a lot because I am amazing, but my point, but this platform, why it is amazing, it has everything all in one location. I want to build out something so similar that that's why I'm working under the king, the king of apps. That would be a Justin Burns. That's Justin Burns. So in this program, they have where the dashboard. If you don't have an idea yet, they have an idea library that has over 200 different ideas that can be able to search and have different categories. If you want to do marketing, e-commerce, whatever it is, as well as if you have ideas hub, like right now, going through the idea evaluator, because again, like I told you, we're building the legacy pitch. That's the name of the app for women's basketball that we're starting. So we already have an idea, but I'll go through that in a moment, but let me just give you a quick preview, because Justin said it was okay, because I did ask today. So, and then, so you have the different resources that are good in regards to, the growth of your business as a app builder. Then the build steps. So building the 6 critical question: your app name, what type of product is it? What's your app do? Who uses your app? What's the one problem it solves? What are the 3 core features? What does the user do first, right? Then it actually provides a design spec. So you get your color palette together. Then you actually create a product spec, AI generated build prompt based on your foundation answer. Then you get pricing framework, how much to actually price your product and be able to have it scale, the tiers, or however you want to set it up. It will actually go through the user journey. So as I was sharing with you in the user experience, you want to map your user flow to validate the market and make sure you explore the potential features. So that's what we're doing now in regards to the legacy pitch, the app idea that we have. You can go through market validation. It will give you the actual scoring and breakdown of the potential of the app. The competitive edge, it will allow your competitors tell you in regards to how you differentiate yourself from other apps. It'll give you AI prompts to put right into Lovable, whatever your app builder is of choice, Replit, Base 44, whatever it is. Be able to, the different prompts that you can actually have for the user journey, the dashboard. This is the stuff I did not have for the other one. So it threw me, my friends. I don't know. It just threw me, because like all these different things and features I didn't know that was needed in the app. I didn't know, but I built an app. And there's so many people out there that are not a part of Justin's program, which I know because it was God's design for me to find this process. So even deployment and the checklist, that everything you have to know before the launch, the security, the SEO, the analytics, the content. So I'm going to do all of this for the new app that I was talking about. So I'm going to have both, because the other app is powerful. And then it literally has the launch checklist, everything that you need in regards to launching your app. And then the marketplace, and that's coming out soon, where we all can actually be affiliates for each other to be able to get into the dashboard to get started here. And then, that's just one part. Then we have the community that's here. I have to go ahead and make sure I posted a community, as he said, in regards to the meetups. And for the meetups, I wanted to make sure I am on what cities are you in? I'm supposed to share in the community. So anyway, I'm not gonna do that live. So my point is, all of this information, we have the programs, which has your modules, your strategy, your build, the tech, the distribution, the scaling, the advanced trainings, the recordings, the master classes, exclusive bonuses, the members directory. And this PDF flipping course is pretty cold. I'm just living God's plan. And then we have the members. There's over 400 members or 600 members in this group. It's consistently growing. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Last time I checked, it was 400. The calendar in regards to calls, we had our orientation call for the certification today. Just consistently in regards to being able to not be alone in your AI build process. Then you'll be able to find out about different things that's going on, or people that's near you, 600 different people. And then we have accountability groups as well. So Great thing. And then we have support. So this is the sneak preview of apps built with AI, and the support center and everything that we need is right at our fingertips. So I'm honored to be able to be a part of this because I'm able to bring to you, I'll be the certified app that we're building. And so to answer the question, why we're building this in public in 90 days is going through that process, getting certified, utilizing the app builder, and showing what's possible in regards to having structure of the process. I'm gonna do the waiting process, the a wait list, and growing the companies and getting the webinar together. And so now that I got a target audience, real users will shape the product, immediate feedback loops. I'll have an audience and authority to grow together, and risk is going to be reduced before scale. So investors aren't going to be funding an idea, they're going to fund validated momentum, because again, I'm going to create the momentum over the next 90 days. So it's going to be predictable and scalable. Simple and easy. The app that we're building is going to be $32 per month. Every app that we're going to have in the series, $32 per month. Any app we're going to create, $32 per month. Why? Unique's line number is number 32. And 32 is the tax extraordinaire, which is the Federal Reserve, where, that's the money. So $32 in regards to, we wanted to keep it affordable. We didn't want to make it too expensive. Now, is it going to stay at this pricing? I don't know. But in February 2026, that's what it is. Now, if you invest in the annual $384 for the cost of the whole annual year, for not only this one, but also for the AI Legacy Blueprint Master Calculator, same pricing. We're going to keep it there for a minute for our founding time frame. So if you do, you will also be a part of a monthly mastermind where we're going to continue to build apps and make the app better over time. Because again, I build AI-powered tools and stories and systems to turn these ideas and money into legacy. That's the key part of the whole Adrienne Mays, right? So it takes time to get there. So how do we know women's basketball is the wedge? Phase one, we're going to focus on women's basketball. I'm going to stay here 90 days. Not going to, I'm going to try to stay focused because I got a problem. I don't have, anyway. So the women's basketball, I'm going to stay focused on women's basketball. Phase two, I'm going to consider other women's sports. And phase three, sport-specific editions. So this is the framework that's going to scale, and the trust that's going to take us to the billionaire status of helping people along the way as well. So I have shown you a snippet of the Blueprint Builder. I have shown you who we're going to target for the 90-day process. So only thing I have not shown you is that we get started. So the first step before you even get started with building anything is you validate your idea. Okay. So when you validate your idea, that's doing the research, going and making sure that you can build the authority, finding out, the information that you need. And step one, validate your idea, take it over to the Blueprint Builder, and then see your rating to be able to rate to see if it's a good idea or not. So I took all of this information, then I took it over to the Blueprint Builder and said, hey, Blueprint Builder, is this a good idea? And this is the Blueprint Builder. Said, yes, it is. And so actually gave me some insights to the idea as well. And that information is all provided for me to be able to, easily get started with building my actual app. So with my different ideas, that is the way that you're going to grow and build. So I hope you enjoyed this live conversation, the legacy pitch. I've already bought the domain, excited about that, but I am going to go through the process of going through the steps as we were supposed to go through the steps. I went through the actual modules with Justin's program, but how to make adjustments after something is already done. So I'm going to tweak, there's a couple of things that I know I still need to tweak with the AI Legacy Blueprint Master Calculator. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to tweak it in parallel as I re-go through the different modules and build the actual app. Build the actual app out to be the best app possible. Because again, there's women out here that need this, right? Because again, as a former athlete and knowing there's an opportunity here, So here's what I'm doing. So I'm showing you guys in regards to being transparent. The foundation, I've already have that. Choosing the app type, I've done that. I've shown the framework, the idea matrix, sites for review. So I do need to go in. I'm going to do this tonight, as well as discovery, which means go and make sure to check out the pain points, as well as he has a GPT that can do some of this work as well. And then a workbook, I can be able to do this, and then decide and validate the app. Then the next part I'm going to do as well, the strategy part. I'm going to go through each part to make sure that I'm on task in regards to helping my women basketball. I already have my branding design, so some of these are going to be able to go pretty quickly. But my key thing is I'm going to go through the modules and build with the product spec sheet, the app journey, the tech stack, the building your app, the prototype, the bug. So I'm going to go through with you along the way, and I'm going to continuously go live and share with you what has been done, has not been done. But hey, the game starts now. We got things to do. We have things to do, and the time is now. And I am so excited to get closer to the dream that God has designed for Adrian Mays. Let me leave you with this. I did a pitch today, and I was excited about the pitch. But when I got feedback, it's too long. It was too, I need to keep it simple. And I am going to diligently work on keeping it simple. Drop in the comments for me maybe one technique that you use to try to keep it simple. I don't care if that means life, if that means at work. What's the one skill set that you can just share with me that you keep it simple? So, because that's what I'm trying to do for the rest of my life, not just this app, not just, life. God's plan is easiest thing to follow. It's trusted. Do your reading, do your workouts, do what you're supposed to do mentally so that you can be prepared for what he has in store for you. I'm going to be ready. And it just takes one day at a time, and I am on board. Hopefully you enjoyed day 1 of the 90-day challenge. Now, how I'm going to go live, I will be live every Tuesday, live at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you go register. So that way I'll have different speakers, app builders, storytellers, or we'll talk about the actual opportunity of where we are with the app build. So we're going to keep going, because that's what we know to do. So the great thing is about doing it like this, doing the journey out loud, showing people what's possible. So you see we're starting from nothing. We don't even have a lovable setup yet. You got to do the research first. I showed you some of the research that's being done. I'm utilizing the blueprint builder in regards to building the app. And so when the next time you see me, I'll be able to show you the progress from where we are now to where our end result is, which is an amazing billionaire app that's going to be marketed to women basketball players all over the world, high school, college, WNBA. Come on, anybody that's all in love with the women, us playing like athletes, let's go. That's what we do. So hopefully you enjoyed this live. I had a good time. It's one of those great things where that's why I like going live. You can't edit. You can, I can do a podcast and go. It takes a lot of time. Will I do that later? Most likely. But right now, I'm going to try to get on as many people's podcasts as possible, build out this app, help out as many people in the women basketball space as possible, and then go from there. See what happens and grow and be the best version of myself as possible. Hopefully you enjoyed this today, the legacy pitch, how a basketball tour for women will empower you to land your next NIL deal. I can, I will, I am victorious. What up, though? Detroit, Michigan. Y'all ain't ready. It's going to be a ride, but let's go. Deuces.